So you have a chainsaw and it's low on power. What can you do to figure out what's wrong? It starts difficult. The pull rope pulls very easy. That suspects low compression. I'm going to show you with a cheap kit you can buy on Amazon or on Takealot in South Africa, depending where you are, to access the spark plug, put that in and do a compression test and see if it's the piston that has some scoring on it or the rings, so you can figure out what is the problem and if it's worth to repair. Let's dig into this. Okay, there's going to be two main ways to access your piston. They're either going to be like this, where you can just turn it, or some MS170s use your bar wrench to go in there. And this comes off. You remove the air filter and the seasonal screen and remove the plug boot. Or like this, you're going to use your bar wrench to undo all the stop bolts and access your spark plug and air filter. Let's quickly do this. Okay, so depending on the saw, you're going to either use your bar wrench or you can use a tool. If you have a long enough reach to undo the top bolts, you're just going to turn them out and then you will have your access to your spark plug. Now you must be very careful. On saws like a MS250 and bigger, usually you can use your bar wrench. That's still stuck. Your bar wrench as a plug spanner. But these smaller saws, they need a dedicated plug spanner, the correct size. So you can just Google your model number, carefully remove the plug boot so you don't damage it because they can tear off quite easily, and then get the correct size spanner to remove the spark plug. Otherwise, you're going to strip it and you have a lot of problems. They are usually quite tight on, but not that tight so you can't remove them. Let's get a bit of leverage on it. And you have it loose. This one was quite tight. So we're just going to turn it out completely. Be careful where you're going to put it so it doesn't get damaged or it falls. There's your spark plug. This one is in very good condition. The color is right. Then we have the kit. You have your gauge, a hose to attach to the gauge to make it easier to maneuver, and so you just have to pull that up. And then you get different size adapters to thread into your cylinder. You also get these, but this gives a very inaccurate reading. I've tested them before, so you can't go on that. Then just screw in the correct one decently. They do have O-rings on them to help the seal. Be careful because it is like a brass material, so it doesn't damage and it doesn't want to work. You can hand tighten it. Chainsaws that are in a good condition have to be about 120 to 150 psi. If you open the throttle completely and pull on them, under 100 you're going to have the issues we addressed in the beginning. Weak on, low on power, difficulty starting, doesn't want to idle. So these kits, they make it easy. Just reset your pressure there. The throttle must be open to test this. So I'm going to use a cable tie to keep the throttle open for me. Otherwise, I'm going to have my hands full or it's going to be an unsuccessful test. So just open the throttle like that completely. Make sure everything is tightly. You can pull on this and at the latest or just after that, watch the pressure because it's not going to just reset by itself. It's going to save it there until you clear it. So let's quickly pull on this and see where it goes. Okay, before we do the test, there is something I have noted on these smaller homeowner entry-level chainsaws. They tend to have a lower compression. That helps because the machine doesn't have a decompression switch. It helps to start it easier. If the owner can start it easy, it helps by not flooding the machine and making the whole process easier. Where on an MS250, you're going to get a very high compression that is accurate to that 120 to 150. This, I would say, around 80 to 100 seems completely fine. If it's below 75, problems. Let's quickly see. And we have 75 on the dot. Anything lower than that, you definitely have a system problem, piston scored, low compression, piston rings damage. Usually it costs more to replace a piston and a cylinder head than a new saw. So in that case, I would rather just buy a new one. Let's quickly assemble it and start it. Okay, let's quickly reassemble the saw. As you can see, we have our spark plug. Just gonna carefully thread it in. You don't want to cross thread it, because if that cylinder is ruined, it's ruined. Like I said, these small saws more expensive to fix than they are worth. As you saw when we undone the spark plug, it was quite tight, so we're gonna tighten it, but I'm not gonna over tighten it and risk stripping it. Okay, that's more than enough. You will get torque specifications as well if you have a torque wrench with that size. That would be the safest option. So like you saw on the test, this specific machine does have low compression. But that is to aid the homeowner that only cuts here and there to make it easier to start and not flood their machines. This is designed by purpose. So a lower compression machine. You also get car engines that have lower compression than other car engines. It's more like a performance ratio. So Google the compression ratio that is suited to your machine. Don't use a general, hey, it must be 150, you test it, you see 75, and then you're scared this thing is ruined. It's not ruined. This is just a video showing you how to do this process by yourself so you can get an accurate reading. Let's quickly start the saw and see and show you that even though the compression shows low, the saw is completely fine. This is going to be a cold start. I haven't used it before. We've just touched everything. It's cold. It even burped the first pull. Starts easy, runs fine, no problem. So I hope this video helps you. If it's summer and you want to cut some trees, you got the chainsaw out, low compression, low power, do this test. These kits are extremely cheap to purchase and see for yourself. Enjoy.